Hello Form 5, Chapter 5, Video number 10. Okay, so we continue with the Mendel first law, monohybrid inheritance. And the first law is that the law of segregation. So how we apply the law of segregations in the inheritance? 在遗传之间，遗传里面到底怎样用的呢？ Or the sentence from the last video actually for what 拿来做什么的呢？ Okay, so in this video we try to make you understand now, and you're going to suddenly understand a lot of things in one video. Okay, so look at the example. The mechanism of the trait inheritance. Okay, 我们的身体里面的特征到底怎样被遗传过来的呢？ The mechanism, how is the mechanism? 它的机制是怎样的呢？ Okay, so the Mendel first law actually talk about the Mendel the Mendel first law from the Mendel experiment. He prepared almost 10,000 of experiments, finally making the law. And something very famous in the experiments, for example, I show you the example. So Mendel prepared the pea plant. Okay, prepared the plant with the red color flower and white color flower. He crossed the flower of the red. He crossed the red color flower together with the white color plants. But the first generations of the plants, all the first generation become red color. 奇怪，红花跟白花交配。And the first generation, 第一代呢，全部都是红花。So where's the white color? Where's the white color? 那个白色跑去哪里呢 ？Don't know. And he continued the experiment using the red color crossed together with the red color, or using the first generation crossed together with the first generation. And suddenly the result will be totally different. 他拿到的成绩呢却不一样。第一代的红花对第一代的红花是 OK 交配。And the second generation, 它的第二代啊 75% is red color and 25% actually white color. So red and red finally cross together, become the white. So why red and red can finally making the white? So this is a lot of problem, 对不对？为什么会这样子呢？ So very lucky, Mendel experiment explain everything for us. 他解释了这一切东西给我们听，好彩啦 ，OK？ 红花跟白花交配，生出来全部红花，很无聊。红花对红花生出来却跑出了白花，对不对？如果你的爸爸是黑的，妈咪是黑的，生了一个白白的出来，假了，误会就来了。 就开始猜了，一猜啊，婚姻就有问题了，对不对 ？So lucky we're having the Mendel experiment that explain everything to us. So how is the example? Today we're going to using the example to make you understand everything. So today our example will be the monohybrid cross of the tall pea plant with the short pea plants. 高高的豆豆跟矮矮的豆豆的树交配，生出来的后代到底是怎样的呢 ？Don't know. So follow me slowly and you practice slowly. 跟着我慢慢来，让你自己也慢慢的练习。OK， 来 ，So that's uppercase of T or capital T represent the dominant area tall. 大号的 T 代表着高 ，small t represent the recessive area dwarf 就是矮的意思。Or you can using any letter， 你可以用任何的符号都可以的。OK， 英文字母，任何的英文字母。OK。So now we're having two parents, and the two parents having the genotypes. One of them will be homozygous tall， 其中一个是纯正的。 高 ，Another one is homozygous dwarf。另外一棵树呢是纯正的矮 ，So this is a parent genotype， 它的父母亲的基因型啦 ，homozygous tall, homozygous dwarf。OK， and now all of them become mature。这两个父母亲呢已经成熟了 ，They're going to making the gametes。But before they making the gametes, they must having a process called meiosis， 对不对 ？And during the meiosis once。Okay, the area going to separate and finally become the new gametes. Do you remember the law of segregation? 它强调，当我们在做 gametes 的时候，这边 area 将会被分开，这边的 area 将会被分开。Okay, diploid going to become haploid, diploid 将会变成 haploid. So during the making of gametes, the area gene going to separate, or the trait going to separate， 里面的特征呢将会被分开了 ，and become a new gametes， 对不对？他们制造了新的 gametes。OK。 And now the gamete is going to having the process called fertilization join together and to become the new zygote. So during the process of fertilizations, these gametes may be joined together with this. 这个精子可能对着这个卵子，对不对？ Or this sperm may be joined together with this ovum. But I know I'm using the blunt. I should not using the words called sperm and ovum. I know. So 这个公的 gametes 跟这个母的 gametes 也可能是这一粒对这一粒 or maybe this one to this one or maybe this one to this one. So you having your freedom to draw your diagram. 有些人是这样子画的，这个 male gamete 可能对这个 female gamete, and this male gamete may be joined together with this female gametes. This male gamete may be joined together with this male gametes may be joined together with this, 对不对？ So it's up to you 啦，你要怎样画都随你的便 but you have to practice 你要自己熟了。 So during the fertilization, the gamete is going to join together. 它的 gamete 将会结合起来，这个可能对这个，这个可能对这个，这个可能对这个，这个可能对这一个，对不对？ They're having a lot of probability， 有很多可能性的。 Okay, you see? Tall breathe together with the short， 对不对？高跟矮一起交配。 And for the first generations， 它的第一代 tall， 对不对？ And all of them actually tall， 全部都是高的。高跟矮结婚，生出来的孩子全部都是高。But something become different. Do you notice that something become different? Okay. From homozygous tall, now the offspring, first generation of offspring, they become heterozygous tall. 他们已经变成了另外一种 heterozygous tall. Okay, so the F1 genotype, 第一代的 genotype, all of them they become heterozygous tall. Hybrid tall, 常见的 tall 了，已经不是已经纯整的高了，不过还是很高了。Phenotype, their phenotype will be all tall. Okay. So phenotype all tall， 它的 phenotype 全部都高。Or this is hybrid tall, or you can call heterozygous tall， 掺到的 tall。 So that's why 红花跟白花交配，第一代全部都是红花。Why? Because the red color flower it is dominant， 那个红花是 dominant， 所以呢，它的第一代全部都是它。Okay. Actually, you can make the diagram like this become the Punnett square. You can represent this style diagram using another method called Punnett square. Or how is a Punnett square? It's simple. So maybe this is a male gamete, and this is another part female gametes. And now the gamete is going to join together to become the zygote, 对不对？ Now, this one join together with this one, tall. This one join together with this one, still tall. This one to this one, tall and tall. 你可以用这种方法来画叫 Punnett square. And finally, this will be the offspring. 这边就是它的后代 all tall, and all of them heterozygous tall. 明白吗？ So 高跟矮结婚生出来的第一代可能全高，就是这个原因。矮呢不见去了 ，but 它真的不见吗 ？No， 它收在你的基因里面，暂时性的收在基因里面。哇，好可怕哦。Next. So now Mendel experiment continue the breeding process. So he chose any example of the first generation. 他从这个 first generation 里面呢抓两只出来，抓两颗出来 ，and cross them together. 给他们交配 So now the parents will be heterozygous tall. 他的父母亲第二代啊，我们要做第二代出来呢。So first generation we take two of them, okay, and now cross them together. 给他们交配 and during the meiosis, they're making the gametes. And during the making of gametes, the area going to separate them. 对不对 ？area 将会被分开。So some of the gametes having the tall dominant gene, some of the gametes actually having the dwarf recessive gene. 它的 area 将会被分开。So what happened after the fertilization of the first generation gametes? So 它会变成第二代，这里可能对这里，这里可能对这里，这里可能对这里，这里可能对这里，对不对 ？So you have to draw your diagram， 自己练习，对不起啊。So now wood tall 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 still tall short tall still tall short and short still short. Okay. So now, after the second generation, so this is the offspring now. These are the offspring for second generation. 这就是第二代的后代来的。Okay, and now what happened to the second generation? 第二代的结果怎样呢 ？Okay, you see. So F2 phenotypes 3 tall, 1 dwarf. tall 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 and dwarf， 对不对？3个高1个矮。Gene depth ratio， 它的基因 depth ratio。OK，one of them will be homozygous tall。Two of them will be heterozygous tall. Another one will be homozygous dwarf， 对不对 ？So 一个是 hybrid tall， 两个是一个是 purebred tall， 两个是 hybrid tall， 另外一个是 purebred dwarf。OK， 也可以叫 heterozygous， 这个可以叫 homozygous tall， 这个叫 heterozygous tall。这个叫 homozygous dwarf， 也可以这样子称呼。Phenotype ratio， 里面 3 tall 1 dwarf， 3个高1个矮。Same as the story just now 啦。OK， 红花跟红花结婚啦，高跟高结婚，怎么生出一个矮的呢？奇怪，25% 20% 呢可能会拿到一个矮的。So this is the reason， 明白吗？这就是它的原因来的。Or again, you can represent this diagram with the planet squares. Okay, so now the left hand side, this is the gametes for the male maybe, and the right hand side, this is the gametes for the female. And you're going to get the offspring 呢，这个就是 homozygous tall， 另外一个叫 heterozygous tall， heterozygous tall， homozygous dwarf. Okay, so this is the monohybrid inheritance from the Mendel experiment or from the Mendel first law， 就是这个 law 来的。Any problem? If you're having problem, please repeat， 然后想一下哈，这种东西要想一下的，遗传有这样简单就好了。Okay, so see you in the next video. Bye bye.